What up, what up? Say so, G. Back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this is gonna be, most men need help paying their bills. So we're gonna talk about it. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing videos out and give you leverage for better sales. Let's get into it. So why do I say most men need help paying their bills? So I got this topic idea from Frank Talks Money. So shout out to Frank. I'm gonna link his channel in the description below. He didn't make a video about this, but there's something he said in the video recently that that actually brought me to this realization that a lot of men out here can't do it on their own, and it's actually crazy. But let me give some context with that as well, because it's another thing that actually helped me to come to talk about this topic. So I'm talking to my oldest son yesterday. He's a flagger for a construction company. So if anybody know what a flagger is, basically like when you go through a construction site, or you're going down a road and the road is like blocked off, he's the guy that has those signs up that tells you to either slow down or stop or whatever. So, and when he told me how much he was getting paid, I was like, he's actually getting paid pretty good money to be 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not bad money he's making. But he said within the last month, and I know this as well because I see when he leaves out and he comes back into the home, he said that he hasn't been getting the hours that he wants. Apparently there's some other contract companies that's competing with his company, and they're taking some of the jobs, right? So he's supposed to work 40 hours a week. It's a full-time gig. 1 week he said he works 26 hours. 1 week he said he worked barely 30 hours, right? So he's like, you know, I need to start doing some dashing or something, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm not getting the money that I want to get. I'm trying to take my girl out, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, buy some new clothes. I need some new shoes. His boots he has for work, they're starting to wear out. So he needs new boots or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got into the conversation about it with him, and I said, you know, you live home, you know, I help you out and the best I can, not monetarily, but I mean, but like, you know, he, if he needs any help with advice about navigating his finances, I definitely help him out with it. But he contributes to the house as far as, like, you know, paying his own way, paying what he's supposed to pay based off of his needs and his wants, right? And you know, he said, well, maybe I should move with my girl, as far as like him and his girlfriend moving into each other and getting their own place. And I said, you know, we don't believe in that. We don't believe in no shacking up, you know what I'm saying? I'm old school, man. I'm old school. I told both my boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, until you get married, you know what I'm saying, don't be shacking up with no woman, period. We don't play that. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be clapping them cheeks until you get married, you know what I'm saying? But I know how folks are these days, what I'm saying. So I mean, I know a lot of times that's not a realistic goal for a lot of guys, but it should be. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't be clapping cheeks before you get married. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So if they're doing that, you know, I tell them what to do, what God's word says, and then they have to do their own determinations for like what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I put it out there. I let them know they wouldn't believe in that. But, you know, I also thought about, you know, so what if they did shack up? You know what I'm saying? Which I don't condone whatsoever. But I'm like, real talk, with the job he has right now, the skill set he has right now, and the pay he has right now, there's no way in the world that he can actually survive without actually going in with a roommate, right? Go have with a roommate or a girlfriend. Hopefully not a girlfriend. Hopefully his wife, right? If it comes down to it, right? Or, you know, maybe at the very minimum, renting a room out, right? But he couldn't pay like full on rent, as far as like, you know, like going to an apartment and paying for, you know, whatever amenities he need, buying furniture, stuff like that, right? So this video is not to really bash men. I'm just saying, like, you know, there's certain demographics of men that, you know, that really need the help. But if you got another demographic of men that will refuse to do it on their own. They want to have a woman to go 50-50 with them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're like, you know, I need help with these bills. I can't pay these bills on my own. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm almost feel like I'm about to be a last of a dying breed or something. You know what I'm saying? Because what are we doing here? What are we doing? I thought women supposed to supposed to be able to be found by men that got it together financially, you know what I'm saying? And then she comes in on that and make it better. She turned what you made into 10 times better with what you made. That's what I thought, man. I didn't know that we supposed to be, you know, hand in hand, and we doing this thing together, you know, financially. As far as, like, you know, building each other up. Now, I'm not saying there's anything bad about that. I'm really not, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that for a man to have a mentality that, you know, I refuse to pay all these bills on my own. And if we live together, best believe you're gonna pay a bill. Best believe that I'm not gonna pay all these bills on my own. Like the rent, the mortgage, get your ass out there and get a job and help me with this mortgage. Help me with this electric bill, this water bill. I can't do it on my own. I can't do it. Why is the word can't in your vocabulary? Why is the word can't in your vocabulary? Why are you telling your woman that you can't pay bills? You can't take care of them. That's what you really telling your girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what you really telling your girl, that you can't take care of your bills, right? So that sounds like a cost of living problem. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like you living above your means. That's what it sounds like, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tell me wrong. Somebody tell me different. But yeah, man, a lot of men out here need help paying their bills. They need help. I hate to laugh about it, you know what I'm saying, because it's because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like my generation, we didn't do that, man. We didn't do that. I almost feel like that baby boomers and Gen Xers and the earlier part of millennials are gonna be taking care of all these men that came after them. Like none of these men gonna be able to take care of themselves. Like real talk. Like I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, men in their 20s right now are gonna try to milk the system and stay with their peoples for as long as they can, and have no desire to go out there and try to get their own and pay for their own. It's crazy. I gotta get to work, man. I gotta get to work. Y'all ridiculous around here, man, for real. Most men out here can't pay their bills. I'm gonna shout it from the mountaintop. Frank, I appreciate the inspiration, man. I really do, because I'm telling you, when you said that, I was like, my goodness, that's the damn truth. That's the truth, for real. I ain't gonna lie. Get a second job, get passive income. You know what I'm saying? Do investments, do something. But find a way to pay your bills on your own. All right? So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'll catch y'all next video. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.